Hi friends, my name is Tanya Reed and I'm a Silver Elite demonstrator located in Chesapeake, Virginia. And today I wanted to share with you some of the reasons I love our Stampin' Up! Stamps and highlight a new stamp set that you may have overlooked in the mini catalog. So I love Stampin' Up! Stamps for many, many reasons, but my two favorite reasons are the variety and versatility. The variety is that every time we have a new catalog come out or new online exclusive released, there's always something for every crafter. It doesn't matter whether you're a card maker, a scrapbooker, if you like fun and fanciful, if you like elegant, there's always a great variety of stamps offered each time we have a new product release. The other reason is versatility. Our stamps can be used in many different creative projects, as in card making, memory keeping and scrapbooking, gift packaging, and also even on home decor pieces and many, many more things. So I'm going to get my phone flipped over and spotlight my desktop, and I'm going to show you the stamp set I have chosen to highlight that you may have overlooked in the mini catalog. Here we go. So in the mini catalog, there is a stamp set on page 19 that you may have overlooked. Many of us as avid crafters sail right through the beginning of the catalog sometimes and move on to our suites and bundles. But this stamp set called Wishing You Joy, which is on page 19, is one that quickly caught my eye and I realized is a great variety in that it's different fonts offered for several different readings, and also it is very versatile, being that it can be used for many different projects and with many of our different products. So this stamp set is called Wishing You Joy, and I am going to highlight some of the fun things you can do with it here in my video. Again, the stamp set has 12 greetings in it. There's 4 different greetings with 3 different fonts in this particular stamp set. And I loved that versatility and variety just within this one stamp set. I also do like to always have a greeting-based stamp set. This one, of course, is not paired with any suite or bundle. It's a standalone or independent stamp set. And that also is helpful for when you might be stamping with someone new, but also we always like to have a variety of greetings as avid stampers as well. So one of the things I was a little bit confused about was looking at this template here on the cover. I could not figure out which stamps had which font, which sayings. So I made a quick template, and you're welcome to do this yourself. It's helpful for me. I just did a piece of cardstock and put the sayings that are the same, even though it comes in 3 different fonts. I put them all together so I could see them in this way. So there are 4 different greetings with 3 fonts. I like to say the first font is casual and fun, and here it's on this one, May Your Christmas Be Bright, Wishing You Joy, Noel, and Sending You Cheer. The second one is a classic font, and this is just my description of it. May your Christmas be bright, wishing you joy, Noel, and sending you cheer. And then the third one is a pretty and elegant, and the same sayings. There's one here in cursive, here, Noel, and sending you cheer. So this was just helpful for me to be able to see them and kind of group them together by the words, but then also see the 3 different font types and styles. So that's something you could definitely recreate and keep with your stamp set, because sometimes it is hard to see these photopolymer sets. I love the photopolymer sets, of course, because they make image placement very easy, especially with greetings, to make sure they also are repositionable and they cling to your blocks very easily without slipping. All right, so being that it is a standalone independent stamp set, you can pair it with many different products in our catalogs and online exclusives. So I'm going to show you some samples of the different things I created with the stamp set. So first up, I used the new Joyful Days Memories and More card pack, which is found on page 13 of the mini catalog. And I pulled 2 of the cards, as you can see, they're double-sided, to create an easy card. And I chose the May Your Christmas Be Bright in the pretty elegant cursive script there. and created this quick and easy card. Just stamped directly on this Memories and More card, layered that on a piece of old olive, and then trimmed down this Memories and More card to fit on my card front, and layered that on a piece of old olive cardstock. Simple and easy. I just used real red ink there, and then I used some of the cherry cobbler and pearl adhesive back berries to accent my little wreath here. So that's a quick and easy card, again, using some of the quick and easy products in the mini catalog. Next card is also using another quick and easy product, and that is found on page 15. I use the new 6x6 Christmas Tags and More Mix and Match Specialty Designer Series paper. And I took these two pieces. I did cut these four pieces out of this one 6x6, and then I also used some of the other sides as well on these two pieces to create 4 note cards. Now I did the 4 note cards with this Mix and Match Specialty DSP, but I only used one of the greetings. I used just the Wishing You Cheer in the more fun and casual style. So here they are. As you can see here, I paired a piece of this with the candy canes. I also just added the Wishing You Joy right on top with a basic white there and real red. And then I added a little bit of Wink of Stella. You may not be able to see it on the leaves of around the candy cane. So that's one. The next one is using the ornament piece here. And I did a piece of white behind it and just stamped the Wishing You Joy right there on the top in garden green. And then I layered some of the flip side here with some more garden green and our basic white note card and envelope. Then I used the tree piece and layered it with some garden green, a little Wishing You Joy there just on a piece of basic white, and a piece of this plaid DSP behind it. The star also has some Wink of Stella on it. And then lastly, the stocking piece, I layered with some of this background here and some garden green and stamped directly on the piece of designer series paper, the Wishing You Joy. So you can see I've done it different ways here, but utilizing all of the Christmas tags and more, not all of it, but I used some of the papers from that set, the note cards and envelopes, and then a little bit of garden green cardstock and real red garden green ink and a little Wink of Stella just to make 4 quick and easy note cards. So again, you can use this one stamp set with many other products as well. Next, I'm going to share how I used it with one of the suites from Online Exclusives. I just paired it with some of the designer series paper, the Elegant Pines Snowflakes designer series paper. I just took a piece of that and also die cut out a white banner from the Stylish Shapes dies, which are an essential if you're a crafter, to stamp my greeting. And again, on this one, I used the larger script Wishing You Joy, and I stamped it in cherry cobbler. Add a little accent piece of Secret C with a banner cutout and put it on a cherry cobbler base, and then added some more of those cherry cobbler and pearl adhesive backed berries. So there's a couple on there as well. So again, pulling from designer paper from the Online Exclusives Elegant Pine Snowflake Suite. Next, I want to also mention this is not just a Christmas set. You could also use it on some general all occasion cards. I turned a fall type card into Sending You Cheer, and I used the Sending You Cheer that is more of the classic style. I stamped that in pumpkin pie on one of the die cut pieces of the Stylish Shapes. I also have a piece of accent here, the earthen toned metallic specialty paper. This is a background stamp that I used sponge daubers and did a inking technique using crushed curry, pumpkin pie, and cherry cobbler to do different colors on the leaves there. And that is a background stamp called Etched Autumn, and it is also an Online Exclusive stamp. You may have missed it. If you didn't see it, go back and look for it, called Etched Autumn in the September release of Online Exclusives. But again, just a simple Sending You Cheer here. to add to your card, and it doesn't have to just be Christmas on this one. We are going to go back to Christmas now. So I also used some of the North Pole Delivery Designer Series paper, and I took the more fun and casual font there to add the Sending You Cheer to this. I also used 5 pieces, and they're cut into squares that are 1 3/4 by 1 3/4 of the North Pole Delivery Designer Series paper. Paired that with some of garden green cardstock, another little strip of the earthen toned metallic specialty paper, and then added a little bling with our new traditional sparkling sequins embellishments. The designer series paper here, again, is part of the suite called North Pole Delivery, but I'm sticking with just using my stamp set to pair it with different products to make some quick and easy cards. Next, I used the Big Suite, well, elements of the Big Suite, the traditional Traditions of Christmas suite in the mini catalog to create a couple different cards. The first one uses the basic greeting here, classic, May Your Christmas Be Bright. Again, that's found here in the Wishing You Joy. I stamped that in Old Olive and paired it with a punched out gold star from the Sweetest Star Punch. And then these 2 pieces of paper, it's the same piece, just cut and one side flipped over of the Traditions of Christmas Specialty Designer Series paper. I also added some more of those traditions sequins and a piece of the real red shiny ribbon from the suite as well. So again, many different ways to use this stamp set. Even if you don't have all of the stamps from the rest of the suites, you could pair it with the paper and the embellishments and ribbon. This one I used the perennial postage dies to cut out a few pieces of that Traditions of Christmas Designer Series paper. And then I stamped Noel, which of course it's in 3 different fonts here on the stamp set, and I used it each one on a different little piece of the die cut postage stamp dies, and layered that with a piece of Pool Party and Secret Sea, which are also colors inside the designer paper. So let me lay out all these cards that I've shared with you today. And again, taking this one stamp set and doing many things with it, not just the holidays, and using lots of our products. Let me get them back over here for you to see. Hopefully I can fit them all on here because I have quite a few. Let's do some of these here. But I hope you've enjoyed this, seeing lots of things you can do with this stamp set and thinking outside the box of just going with an independent standalone stamp set and seeing how fun and versatile it can be when paired with lots of our products. Thank you so much and have a great day.